This is the most amazing thing that I've done in my life.
What are you doing today?
Bungee jumping?
Yes.
I knew that it was our very last night in Macau.
We were live on an international radio.
Yeah, you only get one chance now. Gotta do or die. Give it just one try. Once in my life. So you gotta live it loud now. Put your arms out, scream out. Life may be far. So you gotta live it loud now. Put your arms out, scream out. Life may be far.
It was an early day for me and Natalie. It was amazing because just one day prior to coming to Macau, Radio Macau people got to know that we were coming, and it was very sweet of them. They invited us on a live show which happens at 7:30 in the morning there in Macau.
So Karan and I headed to Radio Macau and speak about our show and our journey in Macau.
Sorry.
Olá, olá, bem-vinda. Welcome to Radio Macau.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
Welcome
you so
to
much.
Radio
Thank you so
Macau.
much for having us.
Are you guys ready for this?
Absolutely.
Yes. Energized?
Yes, I
All
wasn't
right.
that much, but after seeing you in so much energy, I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this. Come on, follow me, please. Temos hoje o prazer de receber um ator de Bollywood e também uma cantora. Natalie e Karen estão aqui connosco em estúdio. Eles fazem parte de
Radio Macau is basically a Portuguese radio, which caters to not just the Portuguese community, but also to the Indian community. So they were very happy to have us there.
When we were on the radio station, George was speaking in Portuguese, and it was pretty cool because I understood quite a bit of it, because if you understand Italian, there is similarities with Portuguese as well.
So let's know what's happening with them and what they will do in Macau today.
Good morning.
Good morning, welcome. Olá. Thank you very much for coming. So, we have a lot of talk. Let's start about your experience in Macau and what you are doing here. There's a program named Lit Mind.
Life mein ek baar. If you translate it to English, it means once in a lifetime. So it's a program about how you get to do all the stuff that you've always wanted to do. You know, so it's your chance. It's your chance of a lifetime to go and do whatever you want to.
And coming to Macau, to experience Macau is one of those.
Yeah.
Experience Macau is
It's
one
on all of our bucket lists.
It's on the top bucket list, Macau.
Yeah.
The energy that George was throwing out to us was immense, and we spoke in English. He would translate it into Portuguese and give it out to the audiences.
And you've been in Hong Kong and Macau, so let's
Yes.
talk a little bit about the crazy things you've done in Hong Kong and Macau.
Okay.
Can you share with
man.
us?
So first of all, I'm the only guy on the show. So I have three very beautiful, very, very, very pretty, talented girls, and I'm the only one. So first, that's the craziest thing I've done. And then we've done all sorts of, sport activities. We've done in Hong Kong. So we were live on an international radio, and it was great fun. We described about what we were doing in Macau and what we were supposed to do after that.
You guys know what you're gonna do today? You're gonna jump?
Yes, I
We're
am.
both jumping, and we're both
jumping.
terrified, like terrified.
Are you?
Bungee jumping. Please pray for us, okay?
Natalie,
Okay.
I don't know how is your voice today, but if possible, to finish this interview, I would like you to just give us a little bit of taste of your sweet voice.
George, he asked us to talk about the show, and then he asked me to sing a song. So right off the bat, a song I could think of, beautiful song, one of my favorite songs, Pehla Nasha. So I thought it was a great opportunity to kind of, again, expose culture and expose music to different people by singing the song on the radio as well. Pehla Nasha, Pehla Khumar, Naya pyara hai, Naya intazar.
Wow.
Wow.
It was just a beautiful experience, and you know, you never really imagine that you're going to be in Macau on the Portuguese radio station. So life is funny.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you
Thank
for being
you.
here. It was great.
Thank you for having us, George.
And now it's time to go to another program. Muito obrigado pela vossa presença. Agora é a minha vez de falar em português.
You're in a different country and you realize that there are people there as well who love you and who follow you and who want to hear your voice, and you know, it's all about love. So I thanked them.
Today was a very strange day when I woke up, because I knew that it was our very last night in Macau. And it was Karan and I's fate to know if we deserved to live or die, because Karan and I were going bungee jumping.
As soon as I saw the Macau Tower, something, you know, churned inside my tummy that, oh God, I'm actually going to the Macau Tower.
I have never been bungee jumping in my life. I've always been extremely terrified, but somewhere inside of me said, okay, if I'm on Life Mein Ek Baar, I have to do this. I have to get over this fear.
Finally, we were standing outside the elevator, which was going to take us 61 floors up in the air to the sky deck of the Macau Tower where the bungee jump happened. Trust me, it was scary. It was just building up on all the nervous energy that we had already accumulated because of the excitement of the jump.
We get to the top of the tower, and Karan and I both freak out. We're looking outside, and it's all windows, so you can see down, you can see how far, and I mean, it's really high up.
Hi. How you doing, Karan?
Good, how are you?
Hi,
It's Natalie.
Natalie, nice to meet you. I'm Tony O'Rourke. I'm the Senior Jump Master here at
Hi,
AJ
Tony.
Hack at Macau Tower. You guys are going to be doing, what are you doing today?
Bungee jumping?
Jumping?
Yes,
Yeah.
you got the right activity, okay?
Tony, I'm really scared.
Everybody's scared. That's why we're here. You got to remember, this here at Macau Tower is the highest bungee in the world.
That doesn't help.
Wait, the highest in the world?
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
233 meters, which equates to 764 feet.
Wow.
61 stories. That's where we are at today.
It's a Guinness Book record holding bungee jump because it is the highest in the world, highest commercial jump. So we're gonna be doing the world's record in highest, but
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
So the first
It's
time
just-
I decided to do bungee jumping
Wow.
is on the tallest tower in the world. Perfect, Natalie. Okay.
So, this company has been operating now for over 25 years. We've put off over 3.5 million jumpers.
3.5 million.
All right, we're pretty
Accident
safe.
free. We have the best safety record in the
One
world.
second, and nothing has ever happened? The only relief that I had was when I met Tony. I kind of just kept asking him a million questions just to calm myself and know that it's okay. And he was like the super cool macho man, and he told me that nothing has ever happened ever at Macau Tower, and there has been 3.5 million jumps. So that calmed me a bit.
So potential risk,
Potential risk.
harmless, physically fit.
Okay, I'm not gonna read this and get all nervous. I'm
Yeah,
just
just
gonna
sign
sign
it. The first thing that Tony did was take us to the counter where we were given out forms in which, basically you had to sign and say that if anything happens and it's not their responsibility. It was scary. Filling up a form where you were actually saying that we understand the threat and signing it off and giving it to them is not the best thing to do before the jump. So that really freaked us out, both of us, me and Natalie.
So I love adventure and roller coaster and all of this stuff, but I never ever thought I would ever do bungee jumping in my life.
Highest bungee jumping in the world.
And yeah, not just any bungee jumping, but the highest bungee jumping in a tower in the world. But no biggie. So it was our time to get harnessed, and that's when it kind of actually started hitting me, because now there was no going back. You know, they were hooking me up with, you know, the harness and my shoes and everything like that.
I felt that, okay, so I am going to do something which takes a lot of courage to do something like that, and we are going to do something which is not possible for a lot of people to do. So that is something that I psyched myself up with. There was a lot of nervous energy, and we walked around the deck and we tried to, acclimatize ourselves with the height.
As soon as you see yourself on that edge, nothing else matters. Your body is in survival mode and you're just panicking. Kalan volunteered to go first, which was a relief to me because I had not seen anyone jump before.
I'm very, very scared right now. I'm a little nervous. I've been looking down. It's not scary, but life may ek baar.
Life may ek baar.
Something happened while the gearing was going on, in which I totally flipped. So the nervous energy completely gone. The excitement levels, wow, they were up there.
I'm really scared for Kalan right now. My heart is, beating a lot.
You feel the wind, you feel the air pressure, that's the most exciting bit. And your heart beat just starts picking up. There I knew that there are only two ways from here. One is that I take the jump, and one is that I fall back.
Slow deep breath.
Sometimes you're so scared, you're so out of your comfort zone bodily that you start laughing. And that's exactly what happened to me. I took the jump. For the first second, my arms were open, but they were disbalanced. And then my brain took over, and my brain just told my body that, okay, so this is the most incredible thing that you've done, so you might as well enjoy it.
Ah, baby. Woo! This is the most amazing thing that I've done in my life. It's scary. It's awesome. I couldn't stop laughing.
Everything was trembling. My eyes were fluttering. My ears had gone red, and it was as if heat was coming out. The entire body was shaking. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even take the first 2-3 steps because you're like so shaken. Your body refuses to understand what's just happened. I knew my life make bar moment, the biggest life make bar moment is going to be this. It's just happened, and yeah, life make bar.
I never actually seen anyone do the jump. I never actually heard firsthand experience how it was. So I was panicked. When it came to my time and, they strapped me up and there was 2 guys beside me and I was holding them so tightly, I'm sure I gave them lots of scratches and bruises. I panicked.
Oh my god, no, I don't think I can do this.
They kept telling me, it's okay, just keep coming. And they were being pretty assertive. So I was freaking out because I was so scared they were going to push me or something like that.
Wait.
Okay, come there. Doing good. Relax. Okay. 2 more steps, please. Yeah, that's it.
No, wait. Wait, guys, you're not pushing me, right?
Yeah, no. Don't worry.
Standing on that edge, seeing the entire city in front of you, I didn't know what to do. I was in huge panic mode. I started crying. But I didn't want to let anyone down. And I think more than that, I just knew I had to overcome this. But until you're at that moment, that fear of those height, you are so high up in the air, was just extremely overwhelming.
Go, Natalie!
First 1 second, it was terrifying, but then the next 4 seconds were the best seconds of my entire life. The fall was extremely liberating. I think the hardest part is the first jump. But once you're falling, there's nothing you can do, so you're just enjoying the moment, and it's extremely magical, feeling the air blowing at you, and just, you know, you feel like you're a bird.
She was screaming throughout the fall, and you know, she was like, ah, oh my god, oh my god. It was really funny. But hats off, she didn't say no. That takes a lot of courage, that takes a lot of guts to stand on the ledge and say yes.
Come.
I'm so happy for you. So proud of her, and I'm very happy that this is going to be the most amazing experience that we had together.
This is definitely a once in a lifetime bucket list Life Mein Ek Baar moment, and I'm so proud of you, and I hope you're very proud of me.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm not as proud of myself as I'm proud of you.
It's our final day, so we thought best way to say farewell to this amazing trip and this life experience is to just have a fabulous dinner together.
Antonio's apparently got a lot of Michelin stars. It is a very reputed restaurant in Macau, and it is a very compact place. Antonio himself, the man who's the owner, lives in the same building. And he is from Portugal, so that is why he masters the art of cooking Portuguese food.
Antonio!
Hola!
Hola!
Good evening, welcome.
Hi, Sana. Hi.
Such a lovely, jolly, warm kind of character, you know, filled with passion, and you can just kind of see it. And we felt that when we walked into his restaurant. I love it.
I love the tiny details in the place.
Hello.
So, one time, good evening.
Good evening.
I think everybody's thirsty with this weather. So, we're going to serve here a special Portuguese white wine.
We called him for the wine. Antonio has a really cool tradition of opening that wine bottle. It was amazing because I've never seen something like this before.
Oh
my god! I'm right next to him.
That's very cool. Sword in hand, he gets me to hold his hand and then hold the bottle with the other hand. And then he goes, 1, 2.
Not rambling. Not rambling.
That was amazing! So that was already the start, you know, it just kind of opened up for a fantastic experience of an evening together.
Cheers.
Eyes.
Cheers to Life Mein Ek Baar, guys.
Life Mein Ek Baar last
Life Mein Ek Baar last night. Let's not cry today.
No.
This is like totally Life Mein Ek Baar. He just cooked it in front of us, and now we're eating it, and it's so yummy.
For us sitting together, we started thinking back and reminiscing about the amazing weeks that we've had together.
I think it was a really happy moment for everyone because we'd all gone through this beautiful Life Mein Ek Baar journey together, and with a lot of love and a lot of happiness. So Thank you, Life Mein Ek Baar, and thank you for a beautiful experience and a beautiful journey and amazing friends to take back home.
To growth,
Yes.
growth of individual self, to growth of exposure to life
To
and
learning.
perception,
To learning.
to learning,
To
to a
learning.
beautiful friendship that, it's just the beginning. To
Life
Life
Mein
Life Mein Ek Baar. Woo! Love you guys.
Love you guys.
How long have I been standing here? Broken and drowning in my fears.
Basically, I don't think anyone could have ever experienced Hong Kong and Macau the way we got to experience it. And this was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that I know will never happen again. So I feel like I've lived my life so much in these last 2 weeks, more than someone gets to live in a lifetime.
And who will save me?
All those things in our lives that we've always wanted to do, but never had a chance to do it. And to do it with, 3 other exquisite people and interesting personalities, just really wonderful souls, was an absolute dream come true for me.
What if I came here to stay?
On the beginning of the journey, before I signed up for the journey, I did not realize that I will feel that way at the end of the journey, and I did. And not just me, all 4 of us felt like that. And yeah, that was how we wrapped up Life Mein Ek Baar.
Will save